I've owned my ranch in Central Texas for 6 years now. About 120 acres of open sky, mesquite trees, rolling pasture, and my personal favorite feature, a 10-acre spring-fed lake I stocked myself with bass and catfish. I built it to fish, to swim, and to give the longhorns something pretty to look at. What I didn't build it for was to start a war with the local HOA across the fence line. But that's exactly what happened the day I floated my houseboat into it. Yeah, you read that right. My houseboat. On my lake. See, years ago I bought this old but beautiful 45-foot houseboat named the Rusty Anchor from a retired Navy captain up near Lake Travis. She needed some love, but I fixed her up. Teak decking, solar panels, even a hot tub on the back. I used to keep her docked at the nearby lakeside Marina about 15 minutes away, until they jacked up prices and started nickel-and-diming for everything from power hookups to parking passes. I figured, why pay rent to float my own boat when I own a lake? So I hired a team, dug a temporary trench from the lake to the nearby access road, laid a ramp system, and with the help of a lowboy trailer and a tractor crew, the Rusty Anchor slid into my private lake like she was coming home. I was halfway into installing mooring pylons when I heard the sirens. 2 sheriff deputies, lights on, pulling down my gravel road like I just built a meth lab out of pontoons. One steps out and says, "We got a call about an unpermitted vessel being operated in HOA waters." I blinked. HOA waters? What are you talking about? This is my lake. On my land. Turns out Karen, yes, her real name, president of the waterfront HOA next door, had seen my houseboat from across the fence and assumed I'd floated it into her community lake. She claimed it was violating community maritime guidelines. Yes, seriously. I took the deputies around, showed them my property lines, land plat, water rights, even the deed which clearly labels my lake as private. They radioed back, confirmed everything, and left shaking their heads. Karen, on the other hand, wasn't satisfied. The next day, I got a letter from the HOA, which I'm not part of, demanding that I immediately remove the unauthorized watercraft from shared aquatic space. She even cited bylaws that didn't apply to me and accused me of lowering neighborhood property values through unsanctioned maritime activity. I laughed. Then I got curious. That marina I used to dock the Rusty Anchor at, the one run by the HOA. I did some digging and found out the land lease on it was expiring. The owner, a retired couple, was tired of dealing with Karen and wanted out. So I made them an offer. Not just on the lease, the whole thing. Docks, shop, fuel slip, everything. And 3 minutes after Karen called the cops on me, I was already on the phone wiring the deposit. 2 weeks later, the marina was mine. I renamed it Karen's Last Dock, hung a brass ship bell on the pier, and made it free for veterans and first responders. Meanwhile, HOA residents now have to sign my rules to use their favorite fishing pier. And yes, the Rusty Anchor is prominently featured on the new logo. Karen sent a strongly worded email. I framed it. I also hosted a houseboat party that weekend. Grilled brisket, live music, floating bonfire platform, the whole deal. Several neighbors, from her side, showed up after hearing what happened. Turns out, not everyone in the HOA was a fan of her aquatic enforcement policies. Karen? She stayed home, probably writing another policy memo about rogue houseboats or unauthorized cowboy energy. Moral of the story? If you're going to declare war over a houseboat, make sure you're not floating in someone else's pond. And definitely don't try to sink a rancher who can buy your whole marina before lunch.